quick look to the team, starting with Spurs. Dante Casanova is back at the heart of the Spurs defence. He will partner Pele McDermott, who continues alongside him. Leo Black, as he did against Dinamo Zagreb, again plays on the right. Oli Iro, excellent in that game, continues up front. And Malachi Hardy, who's been brilliant for our under-18s this season, and has also recently featured on the bench for the first team, as you may have seen, is on the bench here for the under-21s. And for Liverpool, well, the big news is that their striker, who they have been going with, Jayden Danns, so far this season, doesn't feature on account of him coming on in the Premier League against Ipswich yesterday. That means that Young starts in attack, 4 goals in 11 Premier League 2 starts for him this season. Liverpool's youngest ever player to play for them is on the left-hand side. Away we go then. Leo Black, who continues on the right, gets us started here. Spurs looking for a big performance. We'll still, of course, have ambitions of making the Premier League 2 playoffs. They were such a joy last season, Spurs going all the way. Now it's a new group. Tough first half of the season. Doesn't have to be like that in the second half of the campaign, Spurs will feel. Giving the ball away in the early stages. Maguire gets back and he is able to make the stop to deny Trent Kone-Doherty. And with a name like that, could have only ended up playing for Liverpool. Pele for Spurs. Arganis McDermott passing away at the back. Well, an early let-off in the game for Spurs, who very nearly got themselves off to the worst of starts. And Leo Black trying to win it back. And the referee blows the whistle for a foul. Liverpool taking this one quickly. 1 to chase for Mason King. And again, there to get there, Aaron Maguire. Seen another of the young Spurs goalkeepers head out on loan this week. Luca Gunter has gone out on loan to the National League, where of course Josh Keeley had plenty of success. Lost with his new team yesterday. Played for Wealdstone. Luca Gunter lost 2-0. Not too much that he could have done about either goal, having watched the highlights back. And it was a pretty busy day all round for our loan players yesterday. Alfie Dorrington on for 50 minutes against Aberdeen. By the time he came onto the pitch, Aberdeen were already 2-0 down, couldn't do too much there. Ash Phillips starting for Stoke. Spurs giving the ball away again and again. Well, it's a very good opportunity, this time for Morrison, who as well plays. Big challenge to get back by Spurs. Rio Karamatsan trying to get there, but he won't. Positive start for Liverpool. Into the box again. Cutback is good. Karamatsan there, as it was pulled back by Pele. And Liverpool have a corner. First corner kick of the game then. And it goes Liverpool's way. And they swing in and they create another really good goal-scoring opportunity. Well, they might be wondering, Liverpool, how they are not ahead here. They probably should be. Lucky, not so lucky this time. There's a new look to the midfield for Spurs. Max Robson is a part of that new look, and here he is on the ball. I've seen him play in the centre of the midfield before. Mostly, though, has featured at right back. This is the midfield, though, that started against Dinamo Zagreb. And it's the one that Wayne Burnett goes with again here. I very much doubt we'll see too much of him on the touchline if he can avoid it in the game. Largely on account of the nasty weather here. Dante Casanova doesn't have an out ball. Liverpool in position, pressing pretty aggressively, and they're after it, and they're nearly in again, and Robson has to get back and make a vital interception. Oliairo, so brilliant in the game against Dinamo Zagreb on Wednesday. Not the position that we've seen him play for the academy at the centre-forward role, but really felt on Wednesday as though he was starting to find his feet in that position. And whilst the two goals, of course, were impressive, perhaps the best moment was that driving run that led to the penalty. A run full of purpose. That single-minded approach that is often needed if you are the solo striker. And as far as Spurs strikers are concerned, there has been talk that Will Lancashire will be heading out on loan in January. Ange Postecoglou said as much. With the injuries, you wonder whether that will end up being the case. Here's McKnight trying to make his move. On to Leo Black. Not his normal position on the right wing. Again gets his chance there. Akamaric also over on the right-hand side. Plenty of bodies out there for Spurs, but the chance is well blocked.
Real wider.
Spurs forced all the way back to Casanova. Now McKnight has a look to see if there is a pass on, and has to go all the way back. Mason King onto Tyrese Hall, who we've not seen too much of in the opening 7 minutes, but can so often be the game changer for this team. Spurs switch it now back out to McKnight into a crossing position. The ball in is too close to Davis, the keeper, and he can grab hold. Well, Spurs, of course, have their game today against Leicester. Quick look at the starting 11 and the substitutes. No academy players in the starting 11, but on the bench, Damola Ajayi, Will Lancashire, Callum Olasese, Mikey Moore, all recently part of the academy setup. And there is the incentive then for this group. Robson trying to feed it through to Leo Black. Slight mismatch in size here, but he's still battling for it, but it will be Nallo, the England under-19 defender, who will bring the ball away for Liverpool. Now, Liverpool also have plenty of incentive to perform at this level. Only recently we've seen Ben Doak come through this group, currently on loan with Middlesbrough in the Championship and doing really well there, the Scotland international. Connor Bradley, a recent graduate from this team too. And Liverpool certainly not afraid to give their younger players the chance to come through. We've seen that in the cup competitions. They'll name very young lineups. It was a big feature of their run to the Carabao Cup final and the win in the end last season. Slot continues to play in a similar way to Jurgen Klopp, happy to blood the youngsters. Spurs have had the ball for a spell. Liverpool trying to get themselves back into an attacking space, but they can't on account of the flag being raised against Laffy. Clearance away, cannons off of a Spurs player. And it will be a Liverpool throw-in. Cross to make the challenge. Davidson, the fullback for Liverpool, not so happy with it. Just a throw-in though for Liverpool this time. There are some pretty ardent, hardcore fans here. Maybe just a few fans who didn't check the weather forecast. As McKnight tries to get the ball away, Robson tidying up. Well, it's a free kick to Liverpool here, who were bright in the opening minutes of the game. Spurs fighting back, trying to resist. They really have to resist here as Liverpool try to send this one in from a very good area, and it's Morrison who is there to take it. And he gets a helping hand from his teammate. Curling ball into the gloves of Aaron Maguire. Fairly sure lots of Spurs fans yesterday would have seen that Josh Keeley, another Spurs goalkeeper, kept another clean sheet in League One. 12 clean sheets in 16 starts now in League One for Leyton Orient for Josh Keeley. And well, if you haven't seen the highlights yet, go and watch the highlights of Leyton Orient. Jamie Donnelly set up both of the Leyton Orient goals. And watch the first goal in particular for Leyton Orient against Reading. That pass through to another former Spurs boy, Dylan Marcandi. Well, just imagine the roles are slightly reversed, and it's Brennan Johnson making that run. And there is reason to get excited there. Jamie Donnelly really starting to find his feet in League One with Leyton Orient, who are making a big push towards the playoffs. Kone Doherty has been lively on the right, feeds the ball on. Mabea is arriving. The best that he can do, though, is put the ball straight out of play. Oh, it's an interesting player. Mabea is an 18-year-old, was on the Liverpool pre-season tour of the Far East. Had a few injuries since then that have held up his progress. Trying to get that match rhythm back as he gets back into the action. Unable to find a teammate with the cross in. Maguire can thump away onto the chest of Iro. And McKnight forced back. Liverpool happy to commit as many forward as possible. Wade Burnett has made the move out onto the side of the field. He doesn't look overly happy about the prospect of being there in the rain, but well, that's the gig if you're the manager. Kone Doherty again, drifting in field and finding Morrison. Morrison gets the return pass, and he is the latest to send a cross in that doesn't quite make it. No trouble again for Spurs. Seem to have lots of these players, Liverpool, in the kind of Harvey Elliott mould. Ball players and tenacious players, and they are set up here very aggressively. Look at the pressure coming instantly here on Aaron Maguire, the Spurs goalkeeper. Clearance away to Welity Lucky. And it's Kone Doherty again, providing a real test out here for Mason King. And King standing up to that test on this occasion. Another Liverpool corner though. And Maguire is there to make the punch away. Leo Black chasing. Liverpool straight back into an attacking position. Morrison searching pass. Spurs appealing for a handball. Kone Doherty was trying to bring it under control. Spurs felt that control was unfair. And Wade Burnett is in deep discussion. I think there are some tweaks to the way that Spurs are approaching the game upcoming here. It has been all chase really so far in the game. No Spurs chances of note so far. McKnight sending the ball forward. Iro gives chase, wins it back here for Spurs. Robson trying to break, brought down unfairly. Foul by Laffy on the Spurs midfielder, and Spurs have a free kick here. Robson happy to take it quickly, trying to play Liverpool at their own game. Big week coming up for this Spurs group. Have the final game in the National League Cup against Braintree. Has been a really good competition for our under-21s on account of lots of the National League teams playing their first teams, and that means our players are able to go out and get really good experience. Sometimes in the EFL Trophy competition might only be playing against the second string. transfer window closing up as well on the 3rd of February. Well, you never know whether or not these Spurs players will be heading out on loan or not. Seen a couple make moves so far, plenty out there. And it really is great to see our players getting lots of good experience at good levels as well, Championship, League One, League Two. And that's something Liverpool know all about, having sent Conor Bradley recently, Jarrell Quansah out on loan into League One, and they stepped up instantly from there and started to make an impact with the first team as Liverpool make a break. Not really seen it too much from Gamoa on the left-hand side as of yet. Liverpool's youngest ever starter at 16 years of age. Liverpool picked him up from Chelsea and gave him a start in the FA Cup 3rd round. Hasn't really been able to influence this one so far. Iro has 2 for company, loses the ball in the air. Tyrese Hall having to drop deeper to try to add that extra body in that midfield area for Spurs, where Liverpool have been so effective so far in this game. Of course, that is the area where Tyrese Hall has mainly come through for our academy team as a 6. Saw him play there for the 18s and the 21s last season. Leo Black stolen it here, and he makes his march towards Liverpool's penalty area, and he goes for goal. And he has a quick glance to the referee as the challenge is made by the Liverpool defence. No whistle for a penalty. I think that's what he was looking for here. Didn't really have a passing option, so the only option was to go for goal.
Walid has the keys. Sorry, Walid has the keys.
Well, it's interesting because the Spurs press in the early stages hasn't been all that aggressive. We'll see the academy team and the under-21 specifically run with varying different tactics over the course of the season, all part of their development. Would normally expect to see them go chasing after the opposition defence. Hasn't been the case so far in this game. Quiet start to the match for the likes of Camrich and Tyrese Hall, who have been big influencers over the course of the season. Kone Doherty, the number 7 for Liverpool, seen lots of the ball on this right-hand side in the first half. Unable to get there, it zips past on this occasion.
Start there. Good. Me, yeah? Come strong, that's foul.
Tyrese Hall losing his man. It was a nice turn by Pilling, but it wasn't the best of passes. Camrich can't bring the ball under control. Pretty wet out there. He skids away. Mason King watching that one and finding Tyrese Hall. finally gets a chance to have a run through the midfield, but he's lost it with the pass. Intercepted by Laffy, who's onto it and works it wide. And it's Gamoa who is there, and he has his chance, and it's pushed away. Top save by Davis to get there. Well, it could so easily have been the opener for Liverpool, but the Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper alert to it. And just as he did against Dinamo Zagreb on Wednesday, at his best, pushing away this time for a corner. Well, it's a good corner in, and it's another good chance. Not too far away, but crucially over the top.
Isaac, make sure we're not the wrong side. Let's go there.
High risk from Spurs. Well, that's a tactic we've been seeing from this team over the last 18 months, something they are used to doing. Having done so well to navigate away from trouble, then lost it when it looked as though the attack was just about to build up. 26 minutes have gone. Liverpool have definitely shaded the opening 26 minutes. Still 0-0 though, Spurs very much in it. Tyrese Hall loose with his pass. Kane Doherty again in a 1v1 here with King, and he's lost out. Good challenge by King in the end to win it back. Tyrese Hall away.
That's good. Isaac. That's good.
Davison allows the ball to skid under his boot, but he gets away with that one and goes back to the keeper Davis. Camrich, who is very much used to playing this role at left back. Well, he won it back, looked as though he was fouled, to be honest, and he's given the ball away, and it could have been a real problem. He gets very lucky as the cross in the end is a poor one from Liverpool. It's chipped straight out. Liverpool trying to head straight through the middle of the pitch. Spurs bring the ball away, advantage play. Tyrese Hall out to McKnight. There's a couple for support. Leo Black arriving, has options in the middle, can't find one though. And McKnight trying to turn it back into the danger zone, puts it straight out of play. McKnight did well, released the right pass here, but the angle back into the box, well blocked off in the end by Nallo, the centre-back. Well, look at the space here. Mabea bursting clear. And it's well intercepted by Mason King, who manages to get back into position. And this is the benefit, really, of the Spurs players having played a number of roles across the team. Mason King started this game at left-back, but he knows all about playing that left-sided centre-back role. Didn't look uncomfortable in any way, quite the opposite, managed to get there. Now Spurs can bring away. McKnight lifting one into Oliiro, who won't get there, but he's done enough here to force an error from the Liverpool defender. Tyrese Hall is onto it, trying to weave some magic here for Spurs. Looking for the give and go with Leo Black. Return pass never arrived. Liverpool again charging away, and it's out to the right-hand side to Kone Doherty. It goes. And Doherty is stood up here by the Spurs defenders. Back in shape, hustling for it.
Mason, halfway, please. That's where it's got to come in. Okay. Good. Hang on again. Hang on. Okay. Do it as you're trying to do. Let's go, please. Do it.
Kyra Madsen lost his man. Liverpool charging into the box. And what a chance it was for Kamoa. Dispossessed, Spurs bring the ball away. Robson evading the challenges. Back to Kyra Madsen here. It's a lovely pass. Cambridge, first real chance he's had to have a run at Liverpool's defence. Stood up in the end by Mabea. Around the corner here to Tyrese Hall. Here's McKnight, low cross in, intercepted by Nallo, who is again well positioned. Hit and hope for Mason King. It held up for a moment in the wind. Flag was raised though against Oliiro.
Can't do that all the time.
Well, it's 10 minutes to go until the break. Spurs have definitely weathered the early storm that arrived from Liverpool. And now they are racing into Liverpool's penalty area. Nice work by Hall, finds McKnight. They pass into the area though, only succeeds in finding Nallo, who slides in the Liverpool centre-back to send away. Drop of the shoulder by Leo Black. And McKnight arrives, the ball made it through as well, but there was crucially a deflection on it, and it was enough of a deflection to take it away from Tyrese Hall, who was just waiting for the ball to arrive. Leo Black trying to have more of an impact on that right-hand side, wasn't really able to do that in the game against Dinamo Zagreb in the week. Liverpool in wider areas have looked dangerous, but again it's that final ball that has been lacking for them, and Kone Doherty again did everything right in the build-up. Couldn't find a teammate with the pass in the middle, back with Maguire. Another good performance from him so far in this game. And with Luka Gunter making that low move away to Wealdstone, number one spot is very much now Aaron Maguire's. That's a nice ball away too from him.
Good luck.
It's a bit careless from Spurs at the back. Kamrich gives it away. Chasing is Young. And Mason King with a good bit of work at the back, and he was caught late by Young, who was trying to recover the ball. And as a result, we get the whistle. Tyrese Hall losing it. Kone Doherty instantly looked after by Kara Matten. Neat and tidy from Liverpool again. Spurs playing a high defensive line, and Maguire came across. No trouble there. Pelly Argenis-McDermott's been a fine addition to this group over recent matches. No frills from him, keeps it very simple. Calm head at the back. And here he is again. Looks very steady indeed alongside Dante Casanova. Well, the rain not helping poor Mason King, who has slipped here and in trying to recover collides unfairly with Kone Doherty. And it's going to be a yellow card for Mason King. Well, it's a crucial time here, 5 minutes to go until the break. And Liverpool with a good opportunity here. Kone Doherty is the one to send in. And Robson failed to get there, but he probably did just about enough in the end as the ball came in, and Aaron Maguire is able to make the stop to deny Nallo. Max McKnight does well, can't find the pass into Black though. Oliaro scrapping for it, winning it, Leo Black away. He in turn can't find the Cambridge. Well, Spurs have got some players that can really hurt teams. The Cambridge, Tyrese Hall, Iro as well. Haven't found them often enough in good enough positions so far in this first half. King on the charge wins a corner here for Spurs. Big time in the game to win one of these for Wayne Bennett's team. Spurs deliver, and it's a big punch away by Davis, the goalkeeper. Well, that was exactly what was needed from the Liverpool defenders there. McKnight now. Ball into a good area. Arganis McDermott recycles. Tyrese Hall into position here. Weaves away. Tyrese Hall sending in, only to see it cut out by Lucky. Tyrese Hall again looking to deliver. Sends in too close to the goalkeeper. Well, as the conditions ramp up, Spurs try to do the same here. And Liverpool defending well. Came out in the second half against Dinamo Zagreb Spurs, and they really seem to have a different manner about them. Might need a new and fresh approach in the second half. Off goes McKnight now. Seeing Pentu the ball quite far forward in the first half, but again for Spurs the final ball is missing. Been the story for both teams in the opening 44 minutes of this game so far, and in fact the ball hasn't even gone out of play. Cambridge a bit too enthusiastic in terms of getting there, and it's a foul from him. Well, if Spurs can get a win in this game, would see them catapulted up the table, most likely up to 19th spots. But from there, you are right in the middle of the pack in terms of teams in the league. Top 16 teams will make it into the playoffs in Premier League 2. Spurs currently, as it stands, 22nd. 4 points behind Leeds United. That's a slide, Argenese McDermott. And that's one good thing about the rain here. Well, at the break, no goals. Liverpool 0, Spurs 0. And Spurs will be hoping for a similar second half to the one that came against Dinamo Zagreb on Wednesday. And bursting out of the blocks in the second half, Oliveira with a double. And Spurs with a win, their first of the new year. And off we go. And it's Liverpool who gets us started here. And it's Max Robson who is instantly onto it. It very nearly dropped for Tyrese Hall. And he was unable to control it, rolls away. Challenge really for Spurs in the second half of this game is to try to get the ball in areas of the pitch where the likes of a Kamrich and Iro can cause a bit of trouble for this Liverpool back line. I don't think the Spurs were aggressive enough in the first half, and they've allowed Liverpool to get through the press, and it needs Maguire again to get there, sweeping up. He gets the ball away. Liverpool attacking again, and again it's that ball they are trying to thread through, and again it's Maguire who is capable of getting that. Well, it will be a really big month for this Spurs group on account of the fact that they have Manchester City, the league leaders, to play, Manchester United, who are also up there, and Wolves, who are a top 8 side to play. And so as much as Spurs are hoping for some kind of second half of the season revival in Premier League 2, they will have to be at their best. Liverpool, the first test here, started the day 7th in the table. Should get there, he tidies up, and the weather is really starting to take a turn here. Kone Doherty for Liverpool. Into midfield he comes. Karamatton trying to get there. And here is a Camrich trying to use his pace to burst away. And Pilling saw that he was about to do that. And Liverpool will have another go here on the right-hand side, but Mason King is onto the loose pass. I think he's got a big 12 months coming up, Mason King. He's fouled here. It will be a free kick. Kone Doherty is the one who's brought down. And Mason King just at that point where players will start to get into the gym a bit more. And if he can add a bit of muscle, left-sided player who can also play as the left-sided centre-back, could be gold dust. I don't know if you've read any of the reports about Alfie Devine, who's currently away and out on loan in Belgium. Well, he feels that he is far better for adding 7 or 8 pounds of muscle. Was always quite lightweight in his time in England. It does make a difference. It'll be interesting to see what kind of player Alfie Devine is when he comes back. Continues to get lots of very good minutes in Belgium. Well, here is the Liverpool free kick, and what a chance it was. And if anything, Nallo may just have pulled out of connecting with that one. Had he done so, may well have collided with the post. I think you have to put that one down as a big miss. It was almost perfect, that delivery into the penalty area. Well, Liverpool don't take long to win it back. Iro chasing. Camrich does well to get back and recover. Here come Liverpool into an attacking position, good covering run. Dante Casanova anticipates, turns away. Just as things were brewing for Liverpool, the Spurs defender clearing away.
Where you are. Good.
Max McKnight's touch into Leo Black, and Max McKnight wanted it back and had the room on the right-hand side, and really that is where the ball should have been sent. Having done so well to move it on to Leo Black, would have been disappointed not to have seen it arrive back. Really hasn't had the service in the game. We've seen Spurs get the ball into his feet in that Dinamo Zagreb game, and that's where he was really effective, and that's not really a surprise given that the background of the player was that he came through as a winger. Liverpool so effective though at moving the ball around. This is the difference between the teams at the top end of Premier League 2 and those at the bottom. Liverpool in the image of the first team. You can really see it. Liverpool get the free kick and they want to take it quickly and they rush the moment. And it's straight back with Spurs. Well, there really wasn't too much that Max McKnight could do with the pass. Well, I don't think that was a foul, I think it was a slip. That's the appeal from Spurs, who would have been away. Now Iro. Now I saw him in a similar position steal the ball on Wednesday. Unable to get there this time. Well, Liverpool lost their last match by 5-0 against West Brom. And West Brom are all the way down in 19th in the table, but there are no signs of that kind of team here. They look organised. Perhaps just missing that clinical touch, that killer instinct in front of goal. Good team, nevertheless. Doherty taking matters into his own hands, but there are too many Spurs defenders back there. He was unable to run straight through them, which I think was what he was attempting to do. And Tyrese Hall carries the ball away from trouble. Here's a Camrich. Delivered a really lovely ball for Oli Iro's first goal in the week. Had to cut back this time. And again, the ball doesn't really arrive, and Spurs aren't really finding that rhythm that we've seen from them in attacking areas over the course of the season. It's something that hasn't arrived consistently enough, but it certainly hasn't arrived so far here this afternoon. Half an hour to go. We hit the hour mark. Tyrese Hall is onto it, dragging the defender into a space where he really doesn't want to be. And it's Tyrese Hall still going, but he can't feed it through. He has got it back. He has gone down. And the referee was well placed. Has a long, hard look, but there is no penalty for Spurs.
Go!
Oh, look at the space. Look at the space here for Spurs. Lovely pass to a Camrich, who slams it goalwards, and it's palmed away. It did look as though there was the use of an arm there. And had it hit the back of the net, I wonder if that would have stood for Spurs, but it was pushed away for a corner. Two waiting for Spurs on the edge of the box. Tyrese Hall looking to turn in the corner. And Mason King can't quite direct it in the direction of the goalkeeper. Back out with Tyrese Hall. Hall has the chance to drive into Liverpool's area. And he's just nudged off of the ball. Here's McKnight. Good challenge by Gamoa. Well, time for a few changes for Liverpool by the looks of things. And the first to go will be Laffy, who is on a yellow card. And so perhaps that is a sensible move as the game hits the latter stages. And time for the energy drinks for a few. Well, Max Robson is about to go, and Malachi Hardy, who has, over the course of the season, been with our under-18s as a centre-back and been on the bench many times now for the first team. On he comes. Big moment for him as he appears here for the under-21s. Has always looked so capable. when he's played in the younger age group.
Listen, lad.
Argenese McDermott onto the ball here, has a new partner at the back, and Casanova will move up into midfield, which is where he came through for the academy, but he has over the last 12 months or so, more than anything because of a shortage of numbers, played at centre-back. So good there because of his distribution, but that's something that Hardy has too. Very good on the ball, very capable, which is why he has been recognised by the England youth team setup. And as I say it, of course, well, it had to be. It's a pass that doesn't find a teammate and goes out of play. Curse of the commentator. Dante Casanova gets onto the ball, and was there a nudge on Oli Iro? The answer to that is no. Brilliant here from Dante Casanova. Looked on for Spurs, didn't it? Pass from Tyrese Hall maybe wasn't quite the one that was wanted by Iro, and in any case, the whistle was blown.
Stay now. What's the free? Stay. What's the free?
This time Rio Karamatson stealing it. Well, we know that he can hit them. We've seen it many times. Drags it wide on this occasion. Brilliant chance. Did ever so well to win it. Wasn't quite the hit he was hoping for. Yellow card for Nallo here, I think. I think more than anything, it's what came afterwards, the words towards the referee. Has looked very good so far in the game, it has to be said. Might have to be careful now for the final 23 minutes or so. Feels as though Spurs are starting to come into it more and more. Doing really well to win the ball back high up the field, something that has been missing in the opening part of the game. And in large part, it's become something that's happening because Casanova's moved up into midfield. And if we are to see Malachi Hardy start to step up and play for the under-21s, it does mean that Casanova can move into midfield and maybe give Spurs a few more options. Mason King chasing. Kone Doherty needs a helping hand here. Mabea, the fullback, is close by, but the momentum of the attack brought to a walking pace here. Camrich, who has been pretty deep in this game. And Leo Black gets back there. Spurs have given the ball away, Liverpool are in, and what a challenge that is from Pele Argenese McDermott to recover the ball for Spurs. Gamoa, who has featured over the season for the first team, sees the effort superbly blocked. Well, the step up to the under-21s for Pele Argenis McDermott seems to have been a relatively easy step. You get your chance, you have to take it, and that's what he's done. We do get the sense for Spurs that there is a chance to stake a claim for a spot at centre-back. Wayne Burnett trying a few in there. We saw in the week Archie Baptiste. We're now seeing Malachi Hardy. And Spurs looking to find that perfect blend back there. Mason King has spotted the chance here for Spurs to break. And he's found Tyrese Hall. And Tyrese Hall is looked after by the Liverpool centre-back Welity Lucky. Of course, Spurs do have two very good centre-backs coming through from the 18s. One on the field now, Hardy, the other Byfield. You have to be patient, though. Both very young players. Here comes Mason King again, and he has put too much on that, and no chance then for Tyrese Hall to get there. Matson was trying to find some room in the midfield, and he's been tripped, and Spurs have a free kick here. Haven't had many chances to get into Liverpool's penalty area, Spurs, and so when they get these kind of opportunities, they really have to grab them with both hands. 20 minutes to go in the game, Akamrich and Tyrese Hall over it. And plenty of bodies waiting. Hardy's forward, Karamatson in there, Iro lurking. Argenis McDermott has that space to attack at the far post. Plenty of options here for whoever delivers. First, the referee needs a quick word with Mason King and Tommy Pilling, the Liverpool midfielder. Ball in from Hall, and it's a Liverpool head on it, and it's turned away by Young, the centre forward who is back there defending for Liverpool. Casanova thought twice about lunging into the sky for the ball, and now McKnight's rather ambitious. It drops here, and Leo Black is trying to find a way through, but he can't. Tyrese Hall with a heavy touch, and there was a big challenge on him. Thumping challenge from Pilling. Hall through the legs of Lucky and winning another corner. Tyrese Hall on the corner, and it's nodded away by Davison, the fullback. Now here is Young, turns into Argenis McDermott, who makes the challenge. Hardy is happy to keep it safe and go backwards.
So much time. So much time.
This is Akamrich on his travels. Mabea covering the angle, preventing the cross. Well, Spurs have come to life, it's fair to say. Does feel as though the game is there for the taking. Looking steady at the back. The pass through the middle was on for Karamat, and Cambridge have made a really lovely run. It's now McKnight, well intercepted as he delivers. Spurs fullback here, camped out deep inside Liverpool's half, has found Leo Black. Well, no luck on that side. Spurs are going to try on the other. And King's touch finds a Cambridge. Drags the ball away from his man. Trying to find some room. Challenge is arriving pretty quickly though from Liverpool. Leo Black is there on the right. It's on the left that Spurs head to Tyrese Hall. Well, he turns in, the chance drops and it nearly fell for Spurs. Iro was there waiting, but Casanova couldn't turn it in his direction. And now Liverpool can break and Spurs are going to have to squeeze because Liverpool have found some space. Kone Doherty is looked after by King. Well, he went diving in, but he timed it ever so well. Good tracking here by Mason King. Another Liverpool change. Gamoa, the youngest ever Liverpool player. Didn't really have too much of a say here. I'm sure we'll hear his name again though. Figueroa comes straight in for this corner kick. And Maguire gets there with the punch. Liverpool not hanging around, they get the ball in early. And Pele Arganis McDermott again with the challenge. I said this earlier in the game, he just keeps things very simple back there. No nonsense, a proper defender. And Spurs get the ball away, out for a throw in here. And Hardy will have to chase, which he does all the way back to Maguire. Liverpool have won it high up the field, and Spurs have won it back. They do really well to win that because things were just developing on the edge of the penalty area. Mason King goes long and up towards Iro, backing into the Liverpool defender. And giving the ball away. And again, it's Kone Doherty who's been full of running on that right-hand side. But he can't get past Mason King. Nothing much to separate these two teams, in truth. Both teams trying to nick it, trying to see if there is a chance. Liverpool's corner, though, not one of their best. Didn't make it past the front post. Loose pass from Liverpool. Leo Black into Tyrese Hall. Waits for Leo Black to arrive. He's sent tumbling, looking for the penalty for Spurs. And again, it's another one waved away by the referee. Well, the pass beyond Welity lucky. Well, I think it would have been a pretty soft penalty had it been given. Mason King loses it, Hardy sliding. Covering challenge, and he's done well to get there again. And Camrich quickly moves the ball on to Tyrese Hall. And Hall cuts in field. Tyrese Hall picks the pass, Casanova lays it back. Leo Black more central over recent minutes of the game. McKnight's delivery. And the deflection from the fullback Davidson carries it into the arms of his goalkeeper here. Into the final 10 minutes. And in truth, neither team are really threatening to find the breakthrough goal. Iro passing towards Tyrese Hall. Still a chance here for Spurs. Kyron Masson! What a wonderful hit for Spurs, and that might just be enough to secure all 3 points and the first win of the new year in Premier League 2 for Tottenham Hotspur. Well, it looked as though Tyrese Hall was in. It looked as though he then lost the moment. But Kyron Masson saw it sit up, smashed in the volley. A fabulous strike. Spurs 1, Liverpool 0. Well, Kyron Masson scored plenty like that for the under-18s. Nice to see him in his favoured position, performing for the under-21s. They'd just be the winner. I think I'd only said moments ago it didn't look as though either team were about to break the deadlock. What do I know? Well, what does the response look like from Liverpool? It looked as though they were about to fall to pieces as they lost the ball there. Recovered though by Figueroa. Lucky, who'd made the block a moment ago, must have thought he'd stopped Spurs in their tracks. Couldn't stop Kyron Masson. Here comes that Liverpool response though. Well, the first part of the test is stopped by the sliding of Camrich. Stops the ball coming in from Kone Doherty. Here comes the Liverpool corner, and it's Pele Arganis McDermott who makes the header. That's a nice turn by Camrich, and he was clipped, and it's a Spurs free kick. Tyrese Hall giving chase. How has he got to that? Had no right to do that. Oliveira there. It's a late goal rush for Spurs, and it's Oliveira again. 2-2 for Oliveira, but it's a goal that owes so much here to this move here from Tyrese Hall. Spurs number 10 dazzling, and then had the awareness to find Iro, gets the ball out from under his feet brilliantly, and what a wonderful finish. Spurs 2, Liverpool 0. Said at the start of this game, Iro starting to find his feet as the Spurs number 9, and the goals just keep on flowing. And here come the Liverpool changes. They have 5 minutes to get back into this one. Well, it's a brilliant end to the game for Spurs. At the start of the match, there were a flurry of chances for Liverpool, but they have fallen away. Spurs preparing to put together a 3-match unbeaten run, and now look at the confidence from Iro, flicking the ball over the head of the defender, going chasing, won't get there. I've just noticed that Richarlison's got himself on the score sheet as well in the game against Leicester. How quickly things turn. Maguire is out, and he clears away. Tyrese Hall battling for it. And McKnight with a challenge. Spurs trying to keep Liverpool where they want them. King. Well, he doesn't find a teammate, but he's done enough here to waste a few seconds, that is for certain. Dante Casanova just keeps on going, and here is Leo Black. And they can't get beyond the defender. I think we were all hoping that Dante Casanova would continue his run. Iro down. Hopefully this is just a loose boot.
Roll.
Gets a shout from the manager. Iro is okay, gives the thumbs up to Wayne Burnett. And that's good news because Spurs are going to need him, you feel, for this second half of the season. Gritty performance here. Spurs have had to dig in. Leo Black is off. And Will Andy Japan is on.
Hey, 30 seconds, come on! Drop! Hey, Ali! Let's go, lead! Let's go, lead!
Matson felt that he'd come away with the ball. Not the feelings of the referee. Three minutes of additional time to go. And Spurs will be very happy for Liverpool to continue to have the ball here.
No,
Trying to get this one in behind. Aaron Maguire had to pull out. Kone Doherty unable to bring the ball under control. Really lovely ball in behind the Spurs defence. Spurs are known for passing out from the back, but surely here that's not the option. 'Andy Japan's header. Iro there. Knight has done well. He goes through the legs of the defender. He saw that one coming, Davison. Well, up next for Spurs is the National League Cup match on Wednesday. The games come pretty quickly for the under-21s in the new year after the long break for Christmas. It's an attempt to try to match men's football where you have 2 games a week.
Yes. Forward, yes. Yes. Oh, he's going forward. Lalo. Take.
Nice ball behind, but again, Maguire, well, he comes sliding to get there, and at the second attempt he does. I was just about to say that he's anticipated everything ever so well. Did manage to get there. Spurs come to life in the second half.